Astro Hotel, simply what I will do is go out of the H5, not of the div, I think. Oh, so this is the image wrap one. So inside the image wrap, I will go out of the div also. Yes, out of the image wrap and make a div with a class of room info. So it's room info, and then in the room info, first I will make a span, and the span will say a class, have a class of room price. Yes, it will be fine. And inside this, I will say $200. And after $200, I will add a space and add another span, and in this span, I will add a. Let me do it like this. Yes, I will add a class, and the class will be per night. And in this span, I will say per night. And now let us check this. So it's looking like this. Now after this, what I will do is go out of all of these spans, and I will make a P with a class of paragraph. I am also reusing this class paragraph, and inside this lorem 50. Now after this P, I will make a class of btn and room room btn. Or let me check in the css file what did I speak. So it was rooms btn, yes, and rooms btn, and href is going to target nowhere, and the text inside this a will be book now. And let me go here, so you can see book now. And then also I will add that and code. So actually in the meta tag we change the car set encoding to UTF-8. So we will be using this and code, which is and RARR and dash. And now you can see this is the code for the arrow with this nice hover effect. And now after doing this run, what I will do is go out of these both of the divs. Now copy this div. I will copy. No, so let me do copy line down. Actually, I have already shown you the copy line down shortcut. Yes. So now what I will do is first change the image. I will change the image to room image 2. Then I will I will make so many duplicates. Yes, so it's fine. So the first one was image 2, image 3, image 4, image 5, image 6, image 7. Oh, sorry, I think there is no 5 in image 7. Oh, it's there actually. So now we should only have 4 of them. So this was the 7th one, 5th one, and delete them all. So now this is fine, and it's looking like this. It's actually very nice. It's looking nice actually. Yes. So now after we have done with this, simply what we have to do is go out of all of these sections, and I will make a comment which will say contact section HTML markup And inside this, first let's start with a section with the class of contact, reusing the container. Actually, we are using the container. Then we will make a h5 with the class of section head, and inside this h5 what I will do is, first let me go to this section. Where is this room? Yes, this one. Let me copy this one. So I know that we should not copy paste, but actually it's our code, so we can. And this will say contact, and this will say simply get in touch with us. So get in touch with us. Get in touch with us. Yes, so it's fine. Now come out of the h5, then live with a class of contact content, and inside this live with the class of traveler, which traveler, traveler, and then I will wrap, and inside this I will make add a img, which is the traveler.png. Yes, so now if I go there, you can see. Okay, so first, this one is error occur. So actually, this is the traveler.png. No? So I think that first let me open folder where this is. So it's inside day 2, travel website not made, images, and traveler.png. It is openable actually. Oh, VS Code must be having a problem. So what should I do is go to here and open this index.html. Close this. Yes, now it will be fine. Close the port also actually. And now what I will do is leave the alt as it is and start with the form, contact form actually. Now go out of this div, make a form with the class of form which will be using, and I will say also contact form action. I don't need action because it will not be working. It's just for a front-end design. And then div with the class of input group wrap. Then div with the class of input group, and inside this input group I will have input. I will make a input field with the class of input, and it will simply have a placeholder of name. Now what we will do is make a span with a class of bar, and then what we will do is now do copy line down. So 1 2 4. Second one is email, then the placeholder will also be email. The third one input type will remain text, and the placeholder will be of subject. The next one after this subject, I think I don't want this, so I should delete this and this. Yes, so will be fine like this. Yes, and now in this text area what I will do is change this to text area, and then this text area will have a placeholder of uh, message. Then the ID, I don't want it any ID, don't want to add an ID actually. Call 30 row will be fine. 8. Then I will also give it a class of input. I will also add type of text, yes, type of text, and you can see actually this is one. You can close it from here, yes. So now what we will do is, after doing this much, almost our this has been completed. So now from here I will reduce this, because now we will be making the footer also. So before making the footer, what I will do is go out of this div with the input one and make a button with the type of submit, and I will also add a class of btn form btn and btn purple, and inside this button I will say send message, and I will also add that one which we always added, the most common span with I1. So let's come here, paste it here and reload and blast, and you can see it's looking very nice. But we will always have to do some styling. So let's now come to the CSS file. So styles.css, contact form styles, and now first I will start with the dot contact content, and in this one I will simply change the display to flex and justify content center, and now I will say dot traveler wrap display none. Okay, so it's looking like this. Now after this I will say dot contact form width is 100% as always, and then I will also add a background image, and this will be our gradient color. So it's gradient color and reload, and you can see this nice gradient color. Now after this simply we will also add a padding of 2.5 mm, I guess. Will be fine, yes, will be fine. Now after this contact form I will again say contact form dot input display block background color transparent, color white, font weight normal, border bottom Marodi. So it's font weight normal, then border bottom of 2 pixels solid white, which is hashtag #F, and I will also have some padding from the left side, and which will be 0. So padding left of 0 and reload, and you can see it's looking so nice. So now after this I will say dot bar display block position relative, and now I will say dot bar after, and this one I will first start with content of an empty string, then the position to absolute, I will change the left to 0, left 0, bottom 0, width 100%, height 3 pixels. I will use the background color of purple light. Is purple light, and transform of scale x, and the scale x will be 0. And then I will now see transform origin of left, and I will also add a transition of transform, and it will be 0.5 seconds, and reload, and you can see it's looking very nice. Now after this I will say dot contact form, inside this dot input, and if somebody's focus is on it, then we'll also add plus with dot bar after, and I will say transform scale x to 1, and if I reload and if I go on any one of these, you can see it's goes like this, and it's very nice actually. And here I should change it to purple light, and now this color is looking more nice. So if I focus on any one of this, then it's look like this. Now I will style the footer. So footer sections styles. So I will say dot footer padding of 5 rem and 0, then background color purple solid, color white, so which is this triple F. Now I will target the dot footer content brand, yes. So I will say dot footer content brand, and in this I will add margin bottom of 5 rem. Now I will say dot footer dot paragraph, color will be color will be inherit, and inside of color inherit, yes, now it's fine. Now dot footer dot heading, no, this will be more better. The text transform will be of uppercase, and margin bottom will be of 2.5 rem. Now after doing this, we have styled the footer heading also. Now I will say dot social media, yes. Inside simply I will change the display to flex. Now I will say dot assembly, I will change the width to 4 rem, height to 4 rem. Then I will also add font size of 2 rem, font size of 2 rem. And then I will add border of 2 pixel solid, and it will be of yellow solid. Now add some border radius of 50%. Oh, it's 500, not 50%, sorry. And I will change the display flex. I will add margin from the right side and it should be on one rem. And finally I will also add transition and I will say background color 0.5 seconds. Now I will say dot sm link, and if somebody is hover on this, then change the background color to yellow solid. Yes, background color to yellow solid, and change the color to dark color. Now after this I will say dot sm link and all the I tags inside that, change their margin to auto to align them in the center. And now I will add a comment which will be say media queries. Now in the HTML file, now I will also come out of the main tags and I will make a footer. I will go to HTML file actually now. So we did the JS file, we did the CSS file. Now we need to do the HTML file. So inside the HTML file, first I will make a footer and then I will give it a class of footer. Inside the footer, we're using the container and then give the class of footer content. With the class of footer content brand. Then I will make a anchor tag with the class of logo and it will be redirect to index.html. Inside this anchor tag I will make a image and I don't need this. I will change to class. I don't need all. So the source will be inside images logo.png and class will be logo image. Yes, and inside this I will also add this. Now it's fine. And then I will go out of the anchor tag and I will make a div with the class of paragraph. Inside paragraph dummy text I will say lorem 50. Sorry, it's lorem 50. Yes, not fine. Now I will go out of both the divs and I will make a div with the class of social media wrap. So I also styled social media, so it's here. Yes, social media wrap. Then I will make a h4 with the class of footer heading. So it's footer heading and inside this I will say follow us. And now I will make a div with the class of social media. Inside this what I will do is make an anchor tag, give them a class of assembly, and I want 5 anchor tags, so I will say into 5, and inside each of them I want a I tag, and each I tag should have a class of fab and another class of far and dash. So then after far dash we will add the main dash. So href is this. So I will say far Twitter. Then so should I use the multi-cursor functionality? Yes, fine. And this. The second one will be Facebook Square. It will be Facebook Square. After that I will say Instagram, then I will say Pinterest. I hope it's loading. Yes, and it's not able to load that image. Okay, why is that happening? I don't know, but okay, I will fix that later. And then I will say Trip advisor, and all of them with nice over effect and all. Now what I will do is, first let me quit the code editor and I will open the normal Visual Studio Code version. And now I should open the day 2 with that, so not made one. And then I will open my index.html and style.css. Index.html में I will start the live server. So now also the image is not loading, but actually the image is able to open. So why is that happening? I think that I should remove the dot, and if I load now, yes, now all the images are visible. You can see reload. If I do reload, then also almost okay, that's fine. So now after doing this, actually we have completed our HTML markup. In style.css we will add the media queries tag right now. So these are all the hover effect with them, and we will fix this in the style.css. And in this destination we should also add the placeholder actually. So I will say go above after nav1, their destination input. Yes, here I will say placeholder of destination, and now you can see it's looking so nice. Destination, and then the last we have also this nice effect with all of them. And we have this one. Yes, so this image should also load here. So first let me click here the style.css, go to the top. Here I will scroll a little down, and if this image is opening, yes, this image is there. So I think first let me open the styles. I have opened styles.css and inside styles.css. After the inside the hero section styles is the nav one. The nav one is after nav hero section styles. Yes, it is there. So what I will do is say that the width is 100%, height of 100, view height, center no repeat, background size cover, display of flex, align item center, stretch line center, position relative, and z index of 0. And then we did this position with the absolute top 0 left 0, width and height inherit, purple, background color here it should be purple transparent. Alt. Now you can see, now it's looking very nice. So let's start the media queries. So in the media queries, first I will add a media query with the and and I will say min width of 768 pixels, because it is already responsive. Let me show you this. It is already fully responsive. Only we have to fix this one. Okay, so it's already fully responsive, so we will not be able to, we don't have to do much. So first let's start with the dot header. Its height will be of 10 rem. Now I will say header dot active, height will be of 6 rem. And once let me check one thing. Inside this I say header dot active. If I change it to header dot active like this and reload this, and now if I check in mobile, okay, this is the issue, no? Okay, so header dot active, and in the top here which says header styles nav, it should be dot header only, I guess. So it should be dot dot header only, yes. And now what I will do is say that dot content dot contact content justify content space between. Then I will say dot traveler wrap display to block, and I will also add flex of 0, 0 and 45%. And now you can see it here. Yes, now you can see here. And now after styling the flex, what I will say is, let me also style the title, and I will add a font size of 8 rem, and then I will say dot traveler, and inside that there is image. Change its width to 100%. Then I will say dot contact form and add a flex of 0, 0 and 50% this time. And then I will say align item of center. No, let me go to flex start. It will be better actually. And then I will say dot input group wrap, and inside this I will change the display to flex. So now I style the input group wrap. Inside that the input group, I added the width of 50%, and I added some margin from the right side, and it should be of 2 rem. It will be better. Now copy all of this, and here I will say last child, and I will say that in last child change the margin right to 2 rem. Okay, so it's now changed like this. Width margin right of 0. So now after doing this, what I will do is simply do some simple styling in the footer also. So first let's start with dot footer, and inside dot footer the overflow is hidden and dash overflow x is hidden. And now what I will do is say dot footer content, and inside this I will change the display to flex. And then after changing the display to flex, I will say dot footer content brand, and inside this I will add some margin bottom of 0, and I will add flex of 0, 0 and 60%. Then after this I will target the dot footer and dot paragraph, and inside this I will add some margin from the top, and the margin top will be of 2.5 rem, and it should be of paragraph. And now I will say dot footer dot heading, dot footer dot heading, and I will add marobi margin bottom 5 rem. And then after adding this I will say dot social media wrap, and inside this I will add flex of 0, 0 and 40%. And after that I will also add margin from the left side, so it will be margin from the left side, and it will be of 2.5 rem. Then after this was for it for this media query, only that this is not looking fine, so let us style this here only. So it's here, so I will the dot contact form we added flex of 50%, 0, 0 flex start input group wrap display to flex input group wrap, inside that dot input group the width to 15% and margin that is 2 rem. Then dot input group wrap in dot input group last child, and we added margin the right of 0. So I think let us delete this, and now it's fine. Oh, you can check this. You see this? It is fine. It's looking exactly as we wanted. So now, after doing this, again we'll make a media query, and in this media query, I will say screen and min width of 1000 pixels. So we are starting from 1000 pixels, and I will say section not, and inside this I will say booking, and this will say padding of 10 rem and 0, so it's 10 rem and 0. Then I will say dot hamburger menu display none, dot nav list position initial width initial height initial. Then I will also add a background color of transparent, flex direction of row, and I will also say justify content, and again initial opacity of 1, transform scale 1, reload, and you can see they have come here. Now we will change them also. Now I will say dot nav item not last child and we will say margin right of 3 rem and margin from the bottom of 0. Now after this I will say dot nav link and I will say font size of 1.3 rem. So now they are become smaller. Then font weight of normal and I will say transition color 0.5 seconds and simply say dot link hover color to yellow font. And now after this I will say dot title font size of 4.6 rem. Then I will say dot subtitle font size of 4.6 rem and this one I should change it to 12 rem. And then I will say dot book form. I will change the display to flex, justified content, space between. Now this time I will say dot book form and inside this there is dot input group. Simply add change the margin bottom to 0 and now again I will say dot book form, then dot input group first child and change their flex to 00 and 20%. Reload this. You can't see it when we are above like this. If we scroll down and they all have this hover effect and all. So now after doing this I will say dot input and dot options, change the main width of 10 rem. Then I will change the room grid and I will say grid template column, it will be repeat min max 40 rem and 1 fr. After this add grid gap of 8 rem. Now I will say dot featured room, flex direction row and align item flex start dot room info wrap margin from the left side of 1.5 rem. So this has completed our this, only the last meta query tag now which we will have. So now let's say add media screen, add a media screen and min width of 1200 pixels. In this only thing I want is dot book form the dot input group first child, change the flex to 0 and 30%, and if I reload our website has been properly completed. Only the thing we have to fix is this. So for that let's go to the top. But first Yes, so first let's go to the main.js file. So inside the main.js file we made header, targeted header, and then the hamburger menu. We say this, let make a function, and window position is this header dot class list, and we toggle and then window position. After this hamburger menu dot, and we added a click function with, and we added a class of menu open. So it is fine. And if we go our HTML file, then HTML file div with a container nav, the class of nav, then a with a href, it is href, and in this I will add class of logo. Yes, then this was got hamburger menu. So we have completed our design almost. Let's open the styles.css with HTML, container text decoration none. Let's usable style. Let's go to the headers nav, and inside nav display flex align item center justify content space between dot logo image max with 80%, hamburger menu font size 2.6 rem, color position relative z index hamburger dot far times display none. Then the that dot menu open hamburger menu dot far times display block dot menu open dot hamburger menu dot about display none. Then we targeted the nav list. Position fixed top and left of 00 width 100% height view height. Then we did this display flex background color flex direction column align item center justify content center G index 1400 opacity for 0 opacity 0 transform scale 0 transition opacity 0.5 seconds. Then non menu we said transform 1 and scale to 1, and in this dot menu open not last side margin bottom of 0.5 rem, then not blank. So we have done finally, so it's looking so nice design. And today was the day 2, and I hope you like the design. And the website that we will be making tomorrow is, let me show you the design that we will be making tomorrow. And tomorrow we will be making a portfolio website. And so let me close the code editor and close this is the portfolio website that we will be making. So you can see right now it is black. If I scroll it becomes white. About me, all of them with hover effect, our latest work, view mode, then testimonial, and then contact us form. And also if I click on any one of these, then also it works. And it's completely 100% responsive. So let me show you like this, it becomes like this. So I hope you like this design also, which we will be making tomorrow. And I want to thank every one of you who watched this video. Thanks for watching.